My name is Dave Dunbar. I'm a Srisri yoga teacher. Srisri yoga is a style of yoga that was inspired by my teacher, Sri the founder of the Art of Living Foundation. Yoga is a Sanskrit word, just simply means union. In the practice of yoga, we do postures, breathing, mental techniques to allow the body, the nervous system to rejuvenate themselves, to integrate, to heal, so that we can enjoy life more, fuller. So, when we do yoga, because this is the goal, we take all of our attention to what we're doing. Unlike other things in our life, other types of exercise where we allow our attention to wander, we keep our attention focused on body, breath, and awareness as we do yoga. And if we do this, we find we get much more out of it. So no matter why you're doing these postures, just to warm up, just for some exercise, just to get some flexibility, or to reduce some stress in your life, no matter what reason, if you put all of your attention in the present moment, with the body, breath, and awareness, you'll get much more out of it. So my challenge to you, as you do this short set of postures that we're going to do, is not whether or not you can put your palms on the floor or touch your head to the knee. It's whether you can hold your attention in the present moment, linked with body, breath, and awareness, so that it becomes a moving meditation for you. So, when we do the postures, we don't worry so much about what other people are doing. We don't look around. We can keep our eyes closed. We do that. We do them innocently, more concerned about what our inner experience is than what we look like on the outside. So innocently, let's start. Let's come to our feet. And let's warm up. And we all have a favorite way to warm up. Mine is doing jumping jacks. So, just do something that gets the heart moving, gets the lungs moving. Maybe do some jumping jacks. Some of you maybe haven't done these since grade school. So it'll be fun to do. Or you can just bounce. And you can have your feet go whichever direction you want. You can maybe work on that dance step that you're working on. Doesn't matter. Or you can jog in place. Whatever feels good. Just get the heart moving a little bit and then relax. And we'll stand with feet shoulder width apart. Balanced equally on the feet. Knees are soft, bent but not locked out. Hips are in balance, so we're not tilted forward or back. Chest as if being pulled up and out. So we're expanding the chest, elongating the spine. And the chin is parallel with the floor. Shoulders are relaxed. Standing tall. And the first posture is what we call a fold over. It's a forward bend, very easy. We start taking a deep breath in. On the exhalation, we start to fold over, bone by bone, starting with the head and neck, and the shoulders, upper back, lower back, folding all the way forward towards the floor as far as is comfortable. And if you want, you can put your hands on your shins to support you, or just hang. You can cross your arms, whatever feels good. And notice that as you breathe, on the inhalation, the body energizes. On the exhalation, the body relaxes, allowing you to fold forward just a little bit further. Just be aware of the dynamics of the body and take advantage. In order to stretch out a little bit further. Now on the next inhalation, bend the knees. Bring the hips underneath you and start to restack the vertebrae, as if restacking the bones one on top of the other. Keep the head tucked till the very end. That is the last thing that comes up. Stand tall, take a deep breath in and out. Now we'll do a counter stretch to the forward bend. Take our hands, place them on the small of the back, point our elbows back, roll the shoulders back, stand up tall, keep the knees soft, eyes stay open. We'll take a deep breath in and let the head rock back, cradled by the back of the shoulder, look up at the ceiling, arch the back, tilt the hips forward, back bend. In the exhalation, come forward, let the the head stay back until the head is in balance over the shoulders. Then bring the head into upright position. Relax the arms, stand tall. Again, deep breath in and out. And be aware. All these postures have a slightly different effect on the body. Just be aware of what that is. Now bring your feet a little closer together. We're going to do the side bend. Next inhalation, float the left arm up, palm up. To the rhythm of one long inhalation, stretch all the way up and turn to look up at that hand. On the next exhalation, take your attention to the right hand and slide that right hand down along the outside of the knee. Separate the two hands as far as they can go. Hips tilt towards the left. Keep the head looking up towards the hand. Feet are flat on the floor. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Stretch a little bit higher and then relax. Relax the arm back down to the side. Very next inhalation, float the right arm up. Stretch it up toward the ceiling. Look up towards the right hand. And then on the exhalation, slide the left hand down along the outside of the left knee. Separate the two hands. Keep breathing. And come back up. Float the right arm down. And close the eyes before the arm gets to the side. And just be aware. Take your attention inside. Be aware of what's happening right at this moment in your body. And open your eyes. Let's bring our feet back shoulder width apart. Do something called a chest expander. It's in two parts. First part, float the arms back around behind the body and clasp the hands together. On the exhalation, square the wrists and lock the elbows. On the inhalation, stretch the arms up away from the back and lift the chin a little bit. Roll the shoulders back, make some space around the heart. And just take a few deep breaths in this position. Now, on the next exhalation, bending from the waist with the back flat this time. Lean forward, as if leading with the chest, coming all the way forward as far as is possible. And then relax the head, round the back, and stretch the arms a little bit further up towards the front. Keep the knees soft, keep breathing. Don't strain, don't go into pain, don't force. Stretch with the ease that you do as you get out of bed in the morning. First stretch you take during the day. Don't force. Next inhalation, bend the knees, relax the arms, and start to come back up. Keep the head tucked until the very end. Unclasp the hands, stand tall. Deep breath in and out, and relax. Keeping the eyes closed, the body relaxed. Slowly come down to the floor. Come down onto your knees and hands. Your knees are right underneath the hips. Place the hands right underneath the shoulders, in a position called the table. Fingers are slightly separated. Feet can be flat, or you can curl the toes. Doesn't matter. And on the next inhalation, raise the head, roll the hips back. Dip the back, as if dipping your navel down towards the floor as far as it will go. On the exhalation, go the other direction. Tuck your head as if looking at your own navel. Roll the hips the other direction. Arch the back, squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale. Bring the head up and dip the back. Exhale. Tuck the head, arch the back. Inhale. Head up, dip the back. Exhale. Arch the back. Relax. Bring the feet a little closer together. You can spread the knees out a little wider. Sit back on the heels. Preparation for the child's pose. You can slide the hands forward. Bring the chest, the forehead towards the floor. Into the child's pose. Now if this is uncomfortable, you can place the fists one on top of the other, forehead on the fist. Place
some deep breaths so that you can feel the breath massaging the inner organs. And come up. Come into a seated position, cross-legged position. Soles of the feet together. Draw the heels in only as far as is comfortable for you. Make sure that you're still sitting up on those sitting bones. So the back is straight, the head is erect. You can put the hands around the toes, feet, or ankles, doesn't matter. And on the next inhalation, bring the knees up towards the head, towards the ceiling. On the exhalation, gently stretch down towards the floor. Up. Down. And then continue with your own rhythm of breath. Every inhalation, bring the knees up. On the exhalation, stretching gently down. Locate a spot halfway between the hip bone and the knee. That's the spot you're taking towards the floor on every exhalation. Don't worry so much about where the knees are. Keep the head up, the back is straight. And relax. And you can straighten the right leg. Take the left foot, place it underneath the right knee so that the foot pops out from the other side. Toes are pointing straight up toward the ceiling. And we're sitting up straight on those sitting bones. You can put the hands behind you, roll forward, sit up straight. Next inhalation, float the arms up, reach up toward the ceiling. On the exhalation, come forward. When the arms are parallel with the floor, stop. Reach forward. Keep the toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Heel on the floor firmly. Just breathe. On every exhalation, coming a little bit further forward, as if somebody was pulling gently on your wrists to come forward. And now relax. Grab onto the foot, ankle, shin, whatever's there for you. And on every exhalation, just bringing the chest a little closer towards the thigh, or sliding the hands forward towards the foot, around the foot. Don't worry about where the head is. Don't strain the head down towards the knee. When you do that, it strains the neck and the lower back. Just use the breath. On every exhalation, relaxing a little bit further forward. On the inhalation, hold in that position. And next inhalation, walk the hands back up the leg. And switch legs. Right foot now pokes out from underneath the left knee. Left leg straight. Float the arms up toward the ceiling, reach up. Exhale, down over the left leg. And the arms parallel to the floor, reach. The toes pointing up toward the ceiling and continue. Keep breathing. Notice on every relaxation, every exhalation, you can reach a little bit further forward. And then grab onto the foot, ankle, shin, whatever's there, and continue. As if relaxing into the pose. The muscles have to relax for you to be able to bend forward. So at every exhalation, imagine them relaxing a little bit more, allowing you to come forward. Next inhalation, walk the hands back up the leg. And balance them out. Both legs. Forward, back, up and down. And we can slide gently down onto our back. Bring the arms out into a T position. Palms up by the sides. Feet close but not touching. Roll the head back and forth a few times. Relax the neck and shoulders. Next inhalation, bring the left leg up. Place the sole of the left foot on top of the right knee. On the exhalation, pick the hips up, twist so that that knee goes towards the floor to your right. Turn the head towards the left hand. Relax. Deep breaths as if into the base of the spine, the lower abdomen. Allow gravity to work. Next inhalation, bring the knee back up. And straighten the leg up. Very next inhalation, bring the right foot, place it on top of the left knee. On the exhalation, twisting towards the left. Turn the head towards the right, continue. Deep breaths in and out. Next inhalation, back up. Straighten the legs. One more posture called the fish. Bend the knees. Slide the hands, palms down underneath the buttocks. Straighten the legs. Feet together, toes pointed. Bring the elbows in underneath. So the elbows are right underneath you, as close to the midline of the body as they can come. Keep the head and neck relaxed. On the next inhalation, come up onto the elbows and hands. Roll the shoulders back. Gently let the head rock back. Gently place it on the floor. Don't put any weight on it. Imagine a string attached to the breastbone. You pull up towards the ceiling. Arch the back. And slide the head out of the way. Take the hands out from underneath. Hands, palms up by the sides. Feet flopped out to the side. Take a deep breath in. And let it go with just like that. Again, deep breath in. Fill the lungs all the way up. Relax. One more time. Deep breath in. Let go. Relax. Imagine you're sinking into the floor, as if the body was becoming more liquid. Letting go of all your stresses, all your tensions. Just for now, all your efforts. Relax. Gentle breaths. Silky smooth. Breathing so soft that your neighbor can't hear you breathe. Using your imagination, take your attention to your feet. All your attention in your feet. Your ankles. Your knees. Hips. Lower abdomen. Stomach. Middle of the chest and the heart. Hands and arms. Shoulders and back. Neck and throat. Face. Head. The whole body. Your awareness on the whole body. Take a deep breath in. And let go. Bringing your attention, your awareness back to body and surroundings. Start to move around a little bit, wiggling your fingers and toes, arms and legs. Now give the body whatever stretch it's asking for right now, whatever feels good, whatever feels comfortable, whatever feels natural. If you feel complete, you can roll over onto your right side, push yourself up into a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed. Bring the hands together. Gently rub the palms together. A little more vigorously. A little more vigorously. And then place the palms of the hands against the eyes. Feel the warmth. And open your eyes. And gently bring the palms down into your lap. Follow with your eyes. And then bring your gaze up. Namaste.
Four, three, two.
Hi, my name is Dave Dunbar. I'm a Srisri yoga instructor. Srisri yoga is a style of yoga that was inspired by my teacher, Sri Ravi Shankar, founder of the Art of Living Foundation, and to whom this video is dedicated. Yoga is a Sanskrit word that simply means union. The practice of yoga integrates, energizes, heals the nervous system and body so that we can experience union with our true self, our true nature. Union with body, breath, and awareness. So because of this, when we practice yoga, it's a little different than other things in our life. For example, other types of exercise where we let our attention wander from place to place as we're doing it. When we do yoga, we stay centered in the present moment, centered in body, breath, and awareness. It becomes a moving meditation. In order to facilitate that moving meditation, there's a technique that we can do as we practice these yoga postures today. We can imagine the body as hollow, so the breath can flow wherever your attention takes it. So if you're doing a posture and you feel some sensation because of the effects of the posture in the body, imagine the body's hollow, breathe into that part of the body, as if massaging that sensation with the breath from the inside out, letting go of any stress, any tension, any tightness that might be there, and energizing that part of the body so that we get maximum benefit from the postures that we're doing. If we do yoga in this way, no matter why we are doing postures today, for strength, for flexibility, to learn how to relax at will, for example, or for enlightenment, we'll get the maximum out of it. Now, as we do the postures, we take it easy. We don't go too hard. We approach the postures in the same way that you do when you stretch, when you get out of bed in the morning. Just stretch easily and gently. And we don't strain. And we don't go into pain. We don't go too far. And of course, like every other exercise program, you should consult with your physician before doing the postures that are demonstrated on this tape, just to make sure that you're in good enough health to do the things that we're going to do. Take care of yourself. So we approach the postures innocently. We don't worry so much about what we look like on the outside. This is about your inner experience. So be with your own experience. If possible, keep the eyes closed whenever you're doing a posture, to stay with what's going on inside. So, innocently we begin. We'll sit comfortably, cross-legged, and we'll begin to breathe with Ujjayi breath, ocean breath, noisy breath, deep breath, sweeping through the body. And on the next exhalation, just let the whole torso come forward, as if bringing the forehead towards the floor. And then torso rotations clockwise. Let the head just hang from the shoulders and neck. Relax the neck. Rotating around the base of the spine. Just relaxing and loosening up the body. After doing 3 or 4, you can sit back up, stretch, and switch your legs. Whichever shin, whichever foot you have forward, switch it around. Sit back up, and again on the next exhalation, still using Ujjayi breath, lean forward, forehead towards the floor, and torso rotations counterclockwise. Just let the head relax, neck relax. The hands or palms down on the knees. We restrict the backward motion by the length of the arms, but challenge your limitations to the sides and front. And relax. Sit back up, stretch,
And then roll forward into the table position. Hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees are right underneath the hips, fingers separated facing forward. We're going to do the cat posture. So on the next inhalation, bring the head up and dip the back. On the exhalation, tuck the head as if looking at your own navel, arch the back, squeeze the shoulders together, and continue with your own rhythm of breath. Inhale, head up, dip the back. On the exhalation, tuck the head, arch the back up as high as you can. And continue easily, gently with your own rhythm of breath. If you happen to have lower back problems, cat is something you should do every day. And relax and slide the hands forward about 2 or 3 inches and curl your toes. And on the next exhalation, straighten the legs and then tuck the head. Look up at your own navel. Go up onto the tiptoes and then one at a time bring the heels down towards the floor. Bend the other leg as you do so and then reverse. Sort of a walking motion. And continue in rhythm with your breath. Stretching out the whole back side of the body. Now take both heels up off the floor, gently bring them both down. Tuck the head a little bit more, squeeze armpits towards ankles. And relax and walk forward towards the hands. Come into a forward bend, place your hands on the shins. On the next inhalation, bend the knees a little bit, slide the hands down a little bit, grab on. On the exhalation, explore the possibility of straightening the legs. Keep the head, neck relaxed. Inhale, slide down a little bit more. On the exhalation, straighten the legs. Inhale, slide. Exhale, straighten. Just go as far as is comfortable for you. You've reached your limit. Bend the knees a little bit more. Bring the hips underneath you and start to roll back up. Keep the head tucked till the very end. And stand up. And move to the front of your mat for some sun salutations. Still breathing with Ujjayi breath on the next inhalation. Bring your hands up into Namaste position and pause. Close the eyes. And visualize that you're in your favorite place in the world, watching the sun rise. Feelings of gratitude, awe, respect. And take those feelings, hold them in your heart, and then bring your attention back to body, breath, and awareness. Open your eyes. On the next inhalation, bring the arms up and over, gentle back bend. On the exhalation, bending at the waist, come forward, all the way down into a forward bend, and slide the right foot back. Gently place the knee on the floor. Slide the knee back as far as is comfortable. Drop the hips, head up, lunge. Look up at the ceiling. And slide the left foot back, come into the plank, like the beginning of a push-up position. Gently drop the knees down onto the floor. Rock back, keeping the hands where they are. And then slide or shimmy forward into position for the cobra. Forehead on the floor. Feet separated, pushing down with the groin area, the pelvic triangle. Hands can be back underneath the sides so that the arms look like grasshopper legs, elbows up and in towards the body. Next inhalation, up into cobra. Look up towards the ceiling, push down with the pelvic triangle, forward with the sternum, with the breastbone. Relax the head. If you're new to the sun salutation, you can come up into the table, curl the toes, and up into downward facing dog. Tuck the head, Heels towards the floor, hips towards the ceiling, armpits towards ankles. And relax. You can come down into the table. Bring your right foot forward between the hands, slide the left knee back, drop the hips, lunge, head up towards the ceiling. Step forward with the left foot, forward bend. Next inhalation, up and over, gentle back bend. And relax the arms down to the side. Completed one sun salutation. Reposition yourself in the front of the mat. Go a little bit faster now. 1, namaste. Next inhalation, 2, gentle back bend. 3, forward bend. 4, drop the left foot back this time. Drop the hips, head up, lunge. 5, plank, the beginning of a push-up position. 6, transition, back, glide forward. 7, cobra. 8, downward facing dog. 9, left foot forward, between the hands, drop the hips, head up. Step forward with the right foot, forward bend. Up and over, gentle back bend. And relax the arms down to the side. Check your position. 1, namaste. 2, back bend. 3, forward bend. 4, right foot back. 5, lunge. 6, plank. 7, transition. 8, cobra. Downward facing dog. 9, right foot forward between the hands, lunge. Step forward, forward bend. Up and over, gentle back bend. Relax the arms. 1, namaste. 2, back bend. 3, forward bend. 4, left foot back. 5, plank. 6, transition. 7, cobra. 8, downward dog. 9, left foot forward. 10, forward bend. 11, up and over. And relax the arms down. Stop and feel the body. Be aware of the flow of the breath, the heartbeat, the blood flowing through the veins and arteries. And take your attention to the soles of the feet. Rock back and forth between the left and right foot. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Feet are mostly parallel. Make those motions a little bit less, a little less, a little less. Do you feel perfectly balanced between the left and right foot? Take a deep breath in and out. Begin to tilt back and forth between the toes and the heels. Just gently changing your balance point. Be aware of how this feels in the soles of the feet. Make those motions a little bit less, 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 until you feel perfectly balanced on the feet, front to back and side to side. Take another deep breath in and out, and be aware. Take your attention to your knees. Wiggle your knees back and forth, bend the knees a little bit further, and then lock them out. And then make them soft, slightly bent. Just enough so that the energy, fluids can flow through the bottom part of the legs, the lower body. And take your attention to the hips. Imagine the hips as being a big bowl of water filled up to the rim. Tilt that bowl forward and then back. And make those motions a little bit less, a little less, a little less. Until you feel that that imaginary bowl is sitting perfectly on the legs, knees, feet, without spilling water, front, back, or side to side. Lower body perfectly balanced on the feet. Another deep breath in and out. Take your attention to the chest, the sternum, the breastbone, as if it's being pulled up and out towards the corner of the ceiling. Expand the chest, elongate the spine, relax the shoulders. Let the arms just hang from the shoulders, hands are open. Chin parallel with the floor, head erect. Stand tall. Next inhalation, stretch the crown of the head up towards the ceiling as high as it will go. Feel what it's like to have the body in alignment, centered, grounded, and relaxed. And open your eyes. Bring your feet slightly closer together. Feet are close but not touching. Preparation for the side bend. Now bring your feet a little closer together. We're going to do a side bend. Next inhalation, float the left arm up, palm up. To the rhythm of one long inhalation, stretch all the way up and turn to look up at that hand. On the next exhalation, take your attention to the right hand and slide that right hand down along the outside of the knee. Separate the two hands as far as they can go. Hips tilt towards the left. Keep the head looking up towards the hand. Feet are flat on the floor. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Stretch a little bit higher and then relax. Relax the arm back down to the side. Very next inhalation, float the right arm up. Stretch it up toward the ceiling. Look up towards the right hand. And then on the exhalation, slide the left hand down along the outside of the left knee. Separate the two hands. Keep breathing. And come back up. Float the right arm down. Close the eyes before the arm gets to the side and just be aware. Take your attention inside. And let's bring our feet as wide as your mat for another side bend. Next inhalation, let's float the arms up over the body. Clasp the hands together, switch them over, stretch the palms up toward the ceiling. On the next exhalation, down towards the right. Pull gently with the right hand down. Keep the left elbow over the left ear. Stretch the palms of the hands towards the wall to your right, hips tilted towards the left. Keep breathing. Even now, breathing as if the body was hollow. Next inhalation, come back up. Stretch up. On the exhalation, down to the left. Stretching as far as is comfortable. Keep the body in line. Right ear, right elbow, right in line. Stretch the palms towards the ball to your left. Next inhalation, back up. Stretch up toward the ceiling, unclasp the hands, float the arms down to the side. And the feet a little closer together. Back to shoulder width. Close the eyes and feel the body. Take a deep breath in, as if breathing into the soles of the feet. On the exhalation, as if breathing out through the crown of the head. Sweep through the body with your Jaya breath. And be aware. Now, in preparation for the chest expander. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Next inhalation, sweep the arms back around behind the body. Clasp the hands together. On the exhalation, square the wrists and lock the elbows. On the next inhalation, stretch the arms up away from the back, lift the chin, open the chest. Take a few breaths in this position, as if expanding the area around the heart, stretching the shoulders. And on the next exhalation, bending from the waist, keeping the back flat, leading with the chin. Come as far forward as you can with the back flat, and relax the head, round the back, and continue. Stretching the arms up towards the front. Keep the knees soft. Keep breathing. And bend the knees. Relax the arms. Let The hips underneath you start to roll back up. Keep the head tucked until the very end. Unclasp the hands, stand tall, relax. This posture tends to produce a lot of sensations in the body. Just be aware. So breathing into the arms, shoulders, wrists, and hands. Hamstrings, lower back. And then bring the feet wider than shoulder width as you stand sideways on your mat. And let's turn our right foot out at 90 degrees and drop the heel on the left foot. So we turn the left foot in at about 15 degrees. The right foot, if you drew a line through the middle of the right foot through the heel, it would intersect the middle of the left foot. So we're standing balanced in preparation for push the wall and then triangle. We inhale the arms up, palms facing the floor. And on the next exhalation, just tilt a little bit towards the right, push the wall. Imagine there's a wall there that you're pushing up against. Just enough to tilt the hips towards the right leg. So if the hips were that imaginary bowl of water we described them to be, water would be spilling out over the right leg right now. So just stretching the inner thighs. Then look back towards the left hand. Relax the right hand down towards the knee. Bring the left hand up, stretch it up towards the ceiling, and you can sink into the pose, but don't go too far below the knee. Roll the left shoulder back a little bit. You should be able to see the left hand with both eyes. Locate the left hip bone. Rotate that back a little bit towards the rear, keeping the hips in line with the direction of the feet. Keep breathing. Next inhalation, come back up. Keep the arms out. We'll switch the feet. Turn the left foot out at 90 degrees. Drop the heel on the right foot. Push the wall to the left. You might hear some pops. You might feel some release as you do this. It's preparing the inner thighs for the triangle pose. A little further. And then look back towards the right hand. Relax the left hand down to the knee. Bring the right hand up. And sink into the pose. And continue as before. Keep breathing. Using your imagination, exercising your imagination to visualize the body as hollow. Breathing into wherever you feel the sensations right this moment. As if massaging those sensations from the inside out with the breath. Infusing energy, intelligence to whatever's happening right this moment. Next inhalation, come back up. Keep the arms out, switch the feet again. And bend the right knee out over the right foot. Keep the left foot flat on the floor. Hips directly beneath the head. Sink into the pose, into the warrior. Warrior number one. Arms stay parallel with the floor. And breathe. All your attention on the index finger on the right hand. This pose, the attitude of a warrior. And switch. If you can keep the arms out. All your attention on the left hand. Breathe. Since the body's hollow, it's not hard to keep the arms out like this. They're weightless. Breathe into them and see. And come back up. Relax the arms. Walk the feet a little closer. Close the eyes. And relax. Take a deep breath in and out. And slowly, taking about 5 or 10 seconds to do so, let's come down to the floor. We move slowly, deliberately in yoga, because we usually don't. Let's lie down on our back. Preparation for the wind reliever, knee press. Hands by the sides, feet close but not touching. Head and neck relaxed. Still breathing with Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. And on the next inhalation, we bend the right leg. Bring the knee up towards the chest. Grab it with both hands. Hug it tight. On the exhalation, bring the head up towards the knee, as if to kiss the knee. The left leg stays flat on the floor. It's actually more important to keep the left leg flat than it is to bring the head to the knee. Keep breathing. Next exhalation, relax that leg back down to the floor. The very next inhalation, bring the left leg up. Grab it with both hands, hug it tight. On the exhalation, head up to the knee. And then relax that leg back down. Take a few deep breaths in and out. And on the next inhalation, whatever way is comfortable for you, put both legs up. Grab them, hug them tight. On the exhalation, head up as if between the knees. And slip the hands underneath the knees if they aren't there already. Roll back and forth. Don't go so far back that you go up onto your neck. Don't go so far forward that you come up onto your feet. Just roll back and forth, massaging the back. Relax. Keep the knees bent. Place the feet on the floor. Relax the head. Roll the head back and forth a few times. Relax the neck and shoulders. In preparation for the bridge posture, you should be able to reach down and touch your ankles. Feet are fairly close to the buttocks and close to each other. And on the next inhalation, make a straight line between the knees, hips, and shoulders. And roll up onto your shoulders a little bit to make this easier. The next exhalation, stretch up a little bit higher. Take the hips up toward the ceiling as high as they'll go, pushing down with the feet, up with the hips. You can clasp the hands together, bring them underneath you. Roll up onto your shoulders even more. As if a force pushing from beneath the hips up towards the ceiling. Keep the neck relaxed, not using the head or neck at all. Rolled up on our shoulders. And relax. Come back down and clasp the hands. The knees bent for a little while, relax the head and neck, roll the head back a few times. Straighten the right leg, and place the left foot right on top of the right knee. Bring the arms up into a T position, palms up. And on the next exhalation, twisting around the knee towards the floor to the right. Look towards your left hand. Close the eyes and breathe. You can take the right hand, put it on the left knee, gently facilitate the stretch, but keep the shoulders on the floor. Let gravity do the work. Deep breaths as if to the base of the spine, lower abdomen. Allowing the spine to twist. Releasing any tension. Next inhalation, bring the knee back up. On the exhalation, relax that leg back down to the floor. Next inhalation, bend the right leg. Place the right foot on top of the left knee. On the exhalation, twisting over towards the left. Turn the head towards the right. And continue. Inhalation, bring the knee back up, relax. Right leg back down to the floor, bring the arms in. And on the next exhalation, bring everything off the floor except for the buttocks, except for the hips. The boat. Make a straight line of sight between the toes, fingers, and eyes. Feet are maybe about 9 inches, a foot off the floor, upper torso off the floor. Using the abdominal muscles. Now, if you're doing a posture like this, identify the muscles you're using to keep the body up. Breathe into those muscles. And then relax. And roll over onto your stomach. And let's come into position for the cobra. Hands are behind, beneath the shoulders. Elbows back and up, so the arms look like grasshopper legs. Feet are separated, push down with the pelvic triangle, the groin. Pelvic triangle is the pubis bone and the pelvic bones. It's your solid base in the center of the body. Next inhalation, with the forehead starting on the floor, bring the head up, neck, and bone by bone, as if bringing the upper torso off the floor. You can push with the hands. Keep the shoulders down. Forward with the chest, with the sternum. And up with the head. And smile. And relax. Come back down to the mat. Bring the hands back by the sides. Chin on the floor this time. And on the next inhalation, half cobra, bring the right foot, right leg off the floor. Keeping the toe pointed, leg mostly straight. Doesn't have to be far off the floor. The rest of the body stays relaxed. And relax on the next exhalation. Next inhalation, left leg comes up. Next exhalation, relax. Slip the hands, palms up, underneath the thighs, so that the heels of the hands are in that boundary between thigh and hip. And on the next inhalation, bring both legs off the floor, balancing on the heels of the hands, keeping the chin on the floor. And as before, locate the muscles that you're using to raise the legs. It shouldn't be hard now. And breathe into those muscles with Ujjayi breath. Visualizing the body as whole, light, easy to move, and relax. Stretch the arms in front. Point the toes. And on the next inhalation, Superman. Everything off the floor except for the pelvic triangle. A little bit more off the floor. If you want, you can swoop through the air, turning left and right. A little higher. And relax. And push back into the child's pose. Sit on your heels. Bring the chest down, forehead towards the floor. Extend the arms forward. Arch the back. If this isn't comfortable, left fist down, right fist, forehead on the fists. And sink into the pose. The key is you should be able to feel the breath easily massaging the inner organs. If it's uncomfortable, then change your position. Next inhalation, come up into the table again. Move the hands forward about 2 or 3 inches, curl the toes. On the next exhalation, straighten the legs, tuck the head downward facing dog. Go up onto the tiptoes and then gently bring both heels down towards the floor. Tuck the head, armpits towards ankles. breathing. And relax. Back down into the table, bring the hands right underneath the shoulders, and do a few more cats. Release any stress, any tension. It might be in the lower back. Relax across the ankles. Sit back into a cross-legged position. Come into position for the butterfly, bound angle pose. Come up onto your sitting bones, sitting up straight, head erect. Bring the heels in as close as possible to the groin. Hands around the toes, feet or ankles. Next inhalation, bring the knees up. On the exhalation, gently stretching down towards the floor. Inhale, back up. Exhalation, back down. And continue with your own rhythm of breath. If you want, you can go a little faster. Faster butterflies. Imagine real butterfly wings flapping up and down. And we do this after we've warmed up the muscles of the inner thigh. And relax. And lean forward a little bit. Place the elbows on the front of the shins. Reposition the hands around the toes. Round out the lower back. And now on every exhalation, just bringing the chest a little closer towards the feet, or the head a little closer towards the toes. Every exhalation, just stretching forward, slightly different stretch. Relax. Sit back up. Stretch out the right leg. Toes pointing up toward the ceiling. Bring the left foot into the groin, heel into the groin. Hands behind the hips, and roll forward. Come up onto the sit bones and plant that left foot in the groin. Next inhalation, float the arms up toward the ceiling. Reach up, extend. Turn towards the right leg. On the exhalation, down over the right leg. When the arms are parallel with the floor, stop. Reach a little further forward. As if somebody was pulling your wrists forward. Right toes keep pointing up toward the ceiling. As if pushing down with the right heel a little bit. As if having to keep your mat on the floor. Reach a little further, then relax. Grab onto the foot, ankle, shin, whatever's there for you. And on every exhalation, just bringing the hands further forward, or the chest a little closer towards the leg. Don't strain, and don't strain the head down towards the knee. Keep the head just an extension of the back. Visualize the muscles that you're stretching right this moment. On every inhalation, the body energizes. We get a little stiff. On the exhalation, the body relaxes, allowing us to come forward just a little bit further. So on every exhalation, a little bit further. Next inhalation, hold that position. Never going into a position we couldn't hold for at least a minute. And next inhalation, walk. Slowly walk the hands back up the leg, letting the muscles and tendons come back to their normal length. Slowly. And switch legs. Stretch out the left legs flat, straight on your mat. Tuck the right foot in. Hands behind the hips, roll forward, sit up straight. Next inhalation, float the arms up towards the ceiling. Turn towards the left leg and down. The arms are parallel, reach. This time you can imagine somebody is pushing you from behind. Perhaps the biggest friendly person you know is pushing you from behind, just gently pushing the back, allowing the hips to roll forward. Fingers stretching out a little bit further towards the wall in front of you. And relax. Grab onto the foot, ankle, shin, whatever's there for you. And relax forward. Don't strain, don't jerk, don't bounce. Use the breath. Relax forward. Next inhalation, walk the hands back up the leg.
Stretch out both legs and bounce them out. Up and down, sideways, bounce out any stress and tension that might be there. Then bring the feet together. Toes pointing up toward the ceiling. Again, with the hands behind the hips, roll forward a little bit. Come up onto the sitting bones, both legs. Inhale, stretch the arms up toward the ceiling. Reach up. On the exhalation, down. When the arms are parallel, stop. Reach forward. Continue. Stretching towards the wall in front of you. Now, if you can, bring the index finger and thumb around the toe, the big toe. Come up onto your sitting bones. Find your navel. On the next exhalation, tuck the navel in towards the backbone. Just suck it in a little bit. Bring the elbows down towards the shins. Keep the head up, just an extension of the back. Not straining down towards the knees. And if you can bring the elbows a little further, down towards the floor. And relax. Slowly walk the hands back up the legs. Bounce out the legs. Put your hands behind the hips, fingers facing forward, feet close. Next exhalation, the incline plane. Take the hips up toward the ceiling, let the head drop back, soles of the feet towards the floor, counter stretch to the forward bends. And relax, and slide right down into everybody's favorite Shavasana, the relaxation pose. Roll the head back and forth a few times, relax the neck and shoulders, hands or palms up by the body, feet flopped out to the side. Take a few deep breaths in, and let them go with a ha. Deep breath in, ha. One more time. Fill the lungs all the way up. Ah, and let go. Imagine you're sinking into the floor, as if the body was becoming more liquid. Let go of all your stresses, all your tensions. Just for now, let go of all your efforts. Relax. Let go. Breathing normally. Stay in Shavasana, lying down position as I sit up and guide you through Yoga Nidra, easy guided meditation. So sitting comfortably, laying comfortably, using your imagination, imagine a small ball of white light, a spot of white light. Place that ball of light somewhere in your right foot. And imagine that wherever it touches, you feel an energy, tingling, a warmth, as you breathe into that spot. Now move that ball of light to your right knee. Same thing. All your attention there with it. Right hip. Left foot, left knee, left hip, genitals, navel, middle of the chest near the heart, palm of the right hand, right shoulder, left hand, left shoulder, throat, between the eyebrows, crown of the head. Imagine that ball of light expanding so it surrounds, envelops the whole body. Whole body. Whole body. Soma Jyoti Nityorma Amrita Shanti Shanti. Take a deep breath in and out. Bringing your awareness back to body and surroundings. You can start to move around a little bit. Moving your toes, fingers, arms and legs. Just give the body whatever stretch, whatever posture, whatever position it's asking for right this moment, whatever feels good, whatever feels natural. When you feel complete with that, you can roll over onto your right side. Rest for a few seconds. And then push yourself up into a seated position. Slowly, in your own good time.